Um, what can we say about that? I mean, this was a result that was always going to happen. But at the end of the day, what did I learn from this? It was pretty much what we already knew before going into this match. Barcelona can win even when they play badly. Atletico were the better team. They put on the better performance. They put on a great UFC performance with absolutely amazing tackles. Because I mean, like those tackles from Godin and Felipe Luis was beautiful. But it just showed that Diego Simeone is one of the best coaches in the world, if not the best coach in the world. But he just doesn't have the players. He doesn't have a striker. So they did the best they could with the limited resources that they have. Barcelona did not have their best game. They didn't dominate the game. Atletico even dominated the game with 10 men. But because you've got the Cannibal and you've got Messi and Neymar, these guys will always create something. Neymar didn't really have his best game. Messi, I forgot the guy was even playing for the first 20 minutes of the game. But again, you're looking at the match again, obviously Atletico, the first goal was just bad defending. And it is the only thing of Barcelona's Achilles heel. Because before Barcelona scored the equalizer, Atletico, these guys, the game plan was outstanding. It showed that Simeone is just a superior coach to Luis Enrique. They defended well, good discipline, they restrict. Because remember, Nou Camp is a big pitch. So it's very hard to really restrict space on a pitch that big, especially when you're playing against a team as good as Barcelona, who play there so often each season. But the way they restricted the space, they worked hard, they knew when to double team, they knew when to press, they knew when to set it back, they did not exert too much energy. It was just a very well thought out plan to restrict Messi's influence and to make it hard for them to get any flows going. So Barcelona couldn't get their game going. The passing game was pretty much non-existent. And Atletico played smart for football. Every time they had the ball, they didn't rush, they relaxed, and they made the right decision. They always made the right pass, and they deserved that first goal for 1-0. But you see, okay, how did Barcelona come into it? It's not really nothing that's bad that Atletico did. These guys can just make it happen. Neymar getting the ball, giving it to Jessica Alba bamboozling the defender, putting it in there, and Messi, he knows where to go. He knows how to sneak past the defender. He knows how to run off the ball. He was there free and in there in the goal. For the second goal, you've got to blame it on the defending. Yes, the Cannibal held it up well. I mean, the racist Cannibal held it up well, and it was a very good finish, very good way, and I used his strength to keep hold of the ball. But the fact of the matter is that the defending of Atletico, I mean, that defender, that's just crap defending, because you should hold your ground, you shouldn't really commit to the tackle, and you should pretty much stay on your feet unless you're 101% sure that if you go down and you tackle, you get the ball. He went down, he didn't get the ball, the Cannibal was able just to put it past through Oblak. And once Atletico got the one-man sending off, I thought, look, man, game over. But in the second half, Atletico were dominating the game. They kept possession of the ball, and it just showed that Simeone obviously trained them for if they went a man down. Because it's happened so many times before, Simeone preempted it, and I'm sure that these guys on the training ground said, okay, we're going to train with 10 men and keep the ball, keep possession of the ball, use the ball economically, do not waste possession of the ball. And in these matches, it's about moments. Griezmann, you had your chance. If you score that, who knows where the game will go? Who knows where the game will go? But you missed that, and I was like, you know what, that's your big chance. Godin, great dive, great Olympic dive by the Cannibal, but again, he's going to go. I mean, Godin and Felipe Luis, for me, I wouldn't send them off, but I understand why they'll be sent off based on how they're the referee in Spain and everything. But again, for Barcelona, this is why this team is so dangerous. It's why this team is so dangerous. I still think they can be. What I saw there, these guys can be beaten. Atletico showed that you can't beat them, because I thought MSN Messenger, these guys are unstoppable. You can't stop them. But Atletico, they quenched them down. Obviously, eventually they got breached, but you can see a game plan of stopping how these guys go and how you can harm them in defense, because the Barcelona defense ain't that great. They are weak in defense. They make defensive mistakes. So if you know what you're doing in possession of the ball and you're smart and economic in how you move the ball around, you can beat this team. But overall, I mean, Barcelona have the La Liga. If they get that game in hand, they will seal this through. Real Madrid and Atletico will have to battle for second. But going further, I'm going to have to fall back and say I'm not too sure Barcelona will definitely win the Champions League. They're the favourites, 100% the favourites, but looking at this here, If these boys meet a team that knows what's up and knows what they're doing, like if PSG bring their A game to Barcelona, or your boys Bayern bring their A game to Barcelona, maybe these guys can be taken down. Maybe these guys can be taken down. So nothing is impossible. And Diego Simeone showed that if you coach your team well, forget all the hype. Once you cross that white line, it's about football. But at the end of the day, Barcelona, Emerson the Messenger, what can you say? They got that ass, but you have to commend Atletico on a great, great, great performance under duress. But it being, but it is smacks.